Welcome back here to the Twin Cities Film Fest red carpet. This is our last interview for today, so this is going to be a good one, you guys. But I'm Blythe Whaley, your host here on the red carpet, and this is the cast and crew from Boys at 20. So welcome, you guys. This is
Thank you.
exciting.
We're very, very excited to show the movie.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to start with you. This is Booth McGowan. You are an actor in it, producer, writer. You wear a lot of hats. But what was most important about sharing this film? Let's talk about the writing process. Of course, this film wouldn't be what it is without what that script was. So, can you talk about maybe how personal that story maybe is?
Yeah, definitely. It was, I mean, the writing process was pretty interesting, and I've actually noticed it being mimicked in my writing process now, where I will write a bunch of scripts, and Isaac and I wrote a bunch of scripts together, and then just realized, like, what were we trying to talk about, and just realized that we had no idea what we were trying to talk about, and actually Josie brought that up very close to pre-production with these other scripts, just what are you actually trying to say? So I just went back home after she asked me that and really thought about what I wanted to talk about, and I thought about Isaac and our friendship and just the kind of the difficulty of sustaining a lifelong, a friendship that is like a brotherhood, and how beautiful it can be, but also how it can be really challenging. And the when you start to feel distance come into that relationship, especially when like these two characters moved away from each other, I just felt like that space in friendship was something that wasn't really explored much in film, and the need for connection and for closeness, but the inability to find it within yourself to express that, and the just sadness and distance that comes with that. So it was really a process of self-reflection and really thinking, what was I thinking about most, what was affecting me the most at that time, and what did I feel like needed to come out of me. And I guess I might say also that the script ended up being sort of a template for the movie, because we did a lot of active improvisation on set, and a lot of things that we discovered during the filming process like made it into the movie that weren't in the script. So it was definitely a collaboration between all of us, and like workshopping the script and whatnot, which I think made it as, I think, beautiful as it is, that it was a collaboration and it was a product of intimacy between all three of us, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys, it was beautiful. I was able to see it and watch your guys' film, so it was incredible what you guys were able to accomplish. But I want to continue down the line to make sure we're introducing everyone. This is Isaac Dell alongside you, and I know you mentioned him already, but you were the director and the editor on this project. Of course, it sounds like it's a personal story that you're also involved in. How difficult was that to edit and really try to figure out what you're going to trim up and take out of the film that probably feels everything is important because it's your guys' life?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before, but I feel like the movie was kind of like three separate rebuildings in a way. Like there was the writing of the script, and then you kind of build it to that point, and then there was the shooting of the movie. And with that, we did a lot of, like Booth said, a lot of improvisation, and we kind of used certain scenes as more just kind of like ideas, and then we'd have them work through them. There was also a really long rehearsal process where we kind of rewrote as we went, as we kind of figured out the natural tendencies of Booth and the other actor Papa. So it was kind of like a rebuilding at each step, and then when it came to editing, again, it was another point of just kind of finding the film again. So it was difficult. It was a long year of editing, a lot of time in my basement. And, I think like one of the benefits of having improvisation in a film is that it can really just kind of activate dialogue and can feel supernatural, but it's also really hard to edit sometimes, because if you're shooting like handheld, as we did in some scenes, it's hard to cut it. So you kind of have to figure out a way to just like make it work as seamlessly as you can. But no, it was a lot of fun, honestly.
It looks like it, definitely, for how that all came together. And I want to welcome the last member here standing up here. It's Josie Klein, and you're an actress in this film. And I just want to talk to you about maybe what that was like, first of all, the relationship when you first came to know these guys standing next to you?
Sure. Well, I met them during the beginning of COVID because they were looking for just help on just starting this whole project. And so I offered my help as a producer mainly. And then that just kind of took over. And so by the end, I was wearing a lot of different hats. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to try and pare down to a few sentences, but I think it was just really easy once I got to the acting stage because I had no room to think about it.
Yeah.
That's fair. Sometimes that's the best way to do
We
it.
had an 8-person crew also, so it was tiny, and I mean Josie did
Josie was-
way
yeah.
more than just like your standard, a standard producer would do. I mean, just like was super involved for all of us. But yeah.
Costumes, makeup,
Yeah.
script supervising. What else? I don't know.
But Booth, I want to talk to you about, I saw some fellow McGowans on the cast and in the cast for this film. What was it like working with some of your family members on this as well?
It was really fun. It was very fun. It was very difficult at times to, let's say, coerce, or let's just say, you know, it took some breaking in to get the. It's just a weird dynamic when you're so used to being with someone in just like daily life, and then suddenly you're in front of a camera, and I think it was easy because my brothers are both also actors and musicians, and my dad is a musician as well as and acted for most of his life. So they're just like the whole family is performers, so it was easy to really. I just knew it was the simplest solution. Why cast someone else when my brothers could do it? But it was definitely there were bumps in the road and a lot of like breaking in that we did on set, just yelling at my dad mostly.
That's what's fun, you know, the back and forth between family and friends. But you
Yeah.
guys all together created such an
They
awesome
did
film.
they did so good. Yeah.
And we're so glad that you're here with me. Boys at 20, you guys. Thank you so much. It's the Midwest premiere. How exciting. Thanks for being with me.
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
But you guys, this is our last red carpet of the day. Come on back tomorrow, day 8 of the Twin Cities Film Fest. More red carpets for you in the future. Thanks, guys.